Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the final act of this year's British Chess Championships. It gives me great pleasure to welcome back with us this morning the Lord Mayor of Aberystwyth, Councillor Brenda Haynes, the Chairman of Staveley and County Council, Councillor John Adams-Lewis and his wife, Julie Morgan from Aberystwyth University Conference Services, Alex Holacek, the ECF Director of Folk Chess, and Peter Purland, who's been our Chief Arbiter for the last fortnight. This year's tournament has been strange in many ways. Normally now we would be ready to present the trophy to the British champion, the crown would be behind me on the table, together with other prizes in the championship. This event happened on Wednesday, and some of the players who have been with us here in Aberystwyth are today representing their country, playing the first round of the Olympiad in Tromsø in Norway this afternoon. Now at this point I was going to wish all those playing in Tromsø who were representing British teams well and hope they do well out there. Unfortunately, at 11:45 last night I had a text from Alex that said just simply one thing. Round 1 Olympiad tomorrow, or this afternoon as it is now, England versus Wales. So I think I'd better be very careful what I say for the rest of this. Nevertheless, it is a great delight to see here this morning so many faces I have met over the last fortnight. The team and I have enjoyed your company, and we hope you have enjoyed your stay with us in Aberystwyth. And so first of all, I'm going to ask Alex to say a few words.
Good morning everyone, thank you for staying for prize giving. I'm here to say thank you to all of the players who supported this event in such large numbers despite the schedule adjustments we've had to make, as Kevin said, for the Olympiad. We accommodated 3 additional players as a result of these: Grandmaster David Howe, Akshaya Kalyalahan and Tim Kett, all of whom are playing for England or Wales in the Olympiad. I'd also like to thank the team who have helped put this event together this year, starting with the team of arbiters, including Purland in his first chief arbitership of this event. The team of games inputters who have put all of the games in all of the standard play tournaments online for the first time ever. And Kevin Staveley, his first time as manager of the championships, who has not just put in a lot of effort over the last fortnight, but also over the last 12 months, working with the council and with the English Chess Federation to put this event on. I'd like to finally thank the Welsh Chess Union for their cooperation with the organisation of the event, and the ECF looks forward to collaborating with the Welsh Chess Union on events in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Alex. I'd like to echo those thanks. I'd certainly like to echo the thanks of the organisation to those people who have sponsored the event, to those people who have helped support the event over the last 12 months, over the last 2 weeks. You know who you are, I'm not going to mention you now, but many, many thanks to all the organisations, to all the people who have helped, supported and contributed to the success of this event. I would now like to ask the Lord Mayor to say a few words and close the event.
Morning, ladies and gentlemen. Have you had a good time in Aberystwyth? Yes. Have you had a chance to see some of it? Yeah? It's been a great honour to have you here these last couple of weeks. And I hope you're not going to leave it as long to come back to us. And I'm sorry the weather's been a bit miserable for the last few days, so you've seen Aberystwyth at its best and at its worst. So, apart from storms, this is about as bad as what it gets. As for your Olympiad this afternoon, I'm going to be very biased. Come on, Wales! So I hope you've had a good time, and I hope you have a good journey home. Thank you very much.
And so we now come to the prize giving. Before I ask Peter though to make the formal announcements, I'm going to invite the Chairman of Ceredigion County Council, Councillor John Adams-Lewis, to join me for a second, if you would, and to make a special presentation. It comes with my own personal thanks for all the help, support and encouragement of a group of people without whom I know I could not have organised this last fortnight. My thanks go to the control team, and starting with our Chief Arbiter, Peter Purland, and then I'm going to ask Peter to bring up the rest of the team for a small personal gift, a small sincere token of my thanks.
John Philpott. David Eustace. David Thomas.
Something wrong with David.
And yet again, David Welsh. It's a very popular name for senior arbiters, David.
Especially in Wales.
Yeah. Right. Matt Carr.
Thank you.
Jeff Gammon. Alex Holacek. Tony Tatum. John Thornton. Tom Thorpe. I'm not quite sure how he's going to do this, but Arnold Glutton.
They're upstairs. We're upstairs.
Right. Nathaniel, Jack, Rudd and Samantha Thomas are all still working, putting in games, but obviously we will give them their presentation as well. Next, one of our commentators, Vaidyanathan Ravikumar. Hang on, Ravi.
The players aren't this much trouble when they can play prizes.
They're well trained.
Right, and finally, Sheila Jackson. No, that's right. Thank you. Could I invite the Mayor, Councillor Brenda Haynes, to do Haynes, I can't read Kevin's writing, to do the rest of the prize, some of the rest of the prize giving. And we are going to start off with the AM Open. In second equal place, we had from Aberystwyth, Mark Talbot, and from Ayr, Peter Smith. Right, and the winner with 4.5 out of 5, Stephen Jones of Wigan. moving on to the 5-day Open PM, 2 players shared second place on 4 points, Rowan Bansell and Alex Golding. Don't worry, Alex. And the winner, if he is here, I would very much like him to come up, although he has kindly donated his prize to charity, so we haven't actually got anything to give him, or have we got it? No? No, but I do think should come up for a round of applause. Neil Coward. Well, I will see him fairly soon at the Congress, and I will tell him we much appreciated his action. Right, we now move on to the Major Open. And we had 5 people sharing 4th equal. Oliver Gill, Mark Whitehead, William Taylor, Joshua Higgs and Samuel Herring. Mark is renowned locally for those t-shirts. Right, in 3rd place we had Greg Eagleton. In 2nd place, John Garnett. And hopefully he is here. First, with a magnificent score of 9 points, Ali Janubi. Right, we now move on to our 2 graded championships. The under 120, we had 2 players, 3rd equal, Kamlesh Carrier and Stephen McHarg. In 2nd place, Andy DeSantos. And our winner with a perfect score, Gersharanjit Gill. We now move on to the under 160 championship. 2nd equal was Neil Coward, who we know isn't here, but again presented that prize as well to the charity. And equal with Neil was Martin Bush. And the winner, Paul Stokes. Right, we now move on to the seniors and start off with the under 130 section. Third equal, Cornelius Corns and John Gibson. And sharing first prize on 4 points, Charles Costello and Michael Gunn.
Amazing how complicated.
Easy when it was a cup.
Thank you very much.
Right, we now move on to what actually was the largest section, I think, which was the seniors. I hope this is not a demographic disaster for the championships. But so we did add a couple of extra prizes. The best under 1950, Maurice Lawson. Now, Maurice and the next prize winner get a 6-month subscription to chess, but obviously, you know, their very good performance deserves the round of applause. In the 1950 to 2010 category, Ian Calvert. The best lady, Gillian Moore. We had 4 players sharing third equal: Oliver Jackson, Paul Byway, Alan Crumblehome and Norman Hutchinson.
stuff talking, I wonder.
Sorry.
Don't worry about it.
My father's name, Paul, my son's name. Yeah.
I would just like to mention that Gillian and Alan, and Ali, both get a bound copy of BCM. So hopefully many happy hours of reading there, Gillian, right? And you do even better next year. Right, moving on to second place, we have Jeffrey James. Unfortunately, the winner is not able to be here, but it was Mike Surtees from Great Lever. And as the saying goes, now for something completely different, the juniors. The under-14s, the best girl shared by Imogen Camp and Alice O'Gorman, who has actually had to go back to Ireland, and I will take her trophy up to the Glorney Faber tournament where I will present it. So Imogen, please. While they're taking the photos, I haven't seen her come in. Zoe Varney, she isn't here, is she? No, right. Third equal in the under-14s, Callum Brewer and David Liu. Too quickly, I'll put it underneath. And joint winners in the under-14s, Richard Zoo and James Golding. Many of our players play for 2 weeks, and if somebody requests, and we do encourage it by the way, presentation of their trophy which they won in the first week in the full prize giving, we're very, very happy to do it. Our under-13 champion from last week, still here, still winning things actually, Kobe Calavanan. Moving on to the under-12s. Third equal and our girls' champion, Mahima Raghavendra. Also third equal, Nugget Jayawana. We have joint champions at under 12 level, Anantha Anil Kumar and Kobe Kalavanan. We have from the under 11s, the two young ladies who shared the trophy are back here and also still winning. Mahima Raghavendra, Divya Rahulan. And from the girls under 9, Vanisha Sivaraja Singham. For the next award, I'd like to hand over to Kevin.
Thanks, Peter. The Boxall Plate is awarded to the person adjudged to have made a significant contribution to the Congress each year. This year we feel there can only be one recipient of this. From my initial contact with the conference staff here at Aberystwyth, throughout the meetings, the contacts, the queries, the many queries, phone calls, emails, believe me, that led up to the event. For all the support and help given in the planning and also during the last fortnight, the Boxall Plate this year is awarded with our sincere thanks to Julie Morgan.
We now move on to the under 10s, and the best under 10 girl was Vanisha Sivaraja Singham. Now, we have a second equal. We have 3 players. The first one, I've just seen him hiding back there. He was the under 11 joint champion, but we hadn't got his trophy. I don't know if he's got it. Have you actually got it with you, Harvey, or not? Not. Don't worry about it. But remember, when he comes up to receive this one, I'm going to ask him to come up separately because of, if you like, the double prize. Under 11 joint champion and under 10 second equal, Harvey Zhang. And the other two players who came second equal were Aditya Munshi and Ranesh Ratneesan. And our winner from Cardiff with 6 out of 7, Chirag Guha.
The Cup is awarded each year for the most meritorious performance by a Welsh player in the Congress. This year it is particularly fitting that we are making this award. Roy Clews was for many years Treasurer of Feeling and President of the Welsh Chess Union. He lived here in Aberystwyth in a cottage on the main road into the town, about 100 yards just below Bromwell's Hospital. If you've been walking or driving down into town, you have passed his home virtually every day. He had a tremendous collection of chess sets, some of which are still housed in the National Library, the next building down the hill. It gives me great pleasure to announce the winner of the Roy Clews Trophy this year is Chirag Guha.
I went to school with this kid.
All right. The mayor's just told me that she went to school with Roy's children.
Yeah. Okay.
Our final presentation is a small gift of our thanks to our distinguished guests. So, Councillor John Adams, Mr. John Adams, could you join the mayor, please? And I'm going to ask Councillor Alan Lewis to also join us. He's been sitting at the back all morning. Will you come up, please, as well? Councillor Alan Lewis is the Head of Economic Development and Tourism here on Ceredigion County Council. It really was his initiative that brought this event to Aberystwyth. Alan, with our many, many thanks. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the prize giving. We congratulate our winners and we thank each and every one of you for attending this event. We also sincerely thank our special guests for their attendance here this morning. It just leaves me to wish you all a safe journey home and to say we look forward to being with you next year at the University of Warwick near Coventry. Goodbye, Aberystwyth. Thank you for your hospitality. Thank you for your welcome. Hopefully, it won't be another 54 years before we return. Thank you very much.